Okay. When you attach this one here, you can use blind rivets. This one is a blind rivet. You are going to install this one here because this is riveted using a riveter. This is what they call a riveter. Okay? So very simple tool but very useful. Using a blind rivets and a riveter. Okay? Sometimes you will be working alone. You cannot expect at all times you will be working with your helper or you have an assistant. But instead, since your work is quite small, that does not require a helper, you can use your locking jaw pliers. Most of the people, they call this as ViseGrip. But you can hear some of the people you try to call this one as self-locking jaw or locking jaw pliers. So take a look. So say for example, you want to hold this one. Okay, there is an adjuster at the end wherein you can make it tight so you can lock it. Okay, you can lock, and you can, if it is already locked, for example, the two pieces of metal, you want to join it, so you can use this one. Okay. Okay, so you can wield already because there is what we call a ViseGrip that you are able to use during your fabrication. No? So this is also very useful. If you don't have a bench vise, you have to use this one. So for example, you want to cut a piece of metal, and then you do not have any what we call bench vise, you can use this one. Place it on a table, it is already gripped, so you can cut this one using ViseGrip that will hold the metal. Because without this, if you cut this one, this will roll, and it would take time for you to cut since the metal that you are going to cut is not steady or it is not fixed. So more time, more effort that you are going to exert while working. Okay? So this one is also a common tool. During your welding, as soon as you are done with your welding, you cannot just simply pick it up using your hand, assuming it's already done welding. You cannot just simply lift up this one without using a mechanical pliers, or they call this one as slip joint pliers or combination slip joint pliers. Most of the people call this as mechanical pliers. When you go to the machine shop, they do not call this one as mechanical pliers, but this is what they call machinist pliers. Okay? So take a look. So after welding, it's very hot. You can use your mechanical pliers in picking up. Okay? So useful. You'll not be hurt because of a very hot metal, but because of the pliers. Easy for you to pick it up. Okay? So this is mechanical pliers or locking jaw pliers. Another thing that you are going to use, say for example, you were able to straighten this one, but it is disaligned because this is a square bar. You want to turn this one, you want to turn the square bar like this, you can just simply use an adjustable wrench. You can use an adjustable wrench. Adjustable in the sense that you can adjust, you can enlarge, you can reduce the opening based on the diameter that you are going to drive or turn. So adjustable wrench is useful also. This is a tool that you will be using during your work. Okay? Next, we cannot avoid sometimes you will be joining or you will be driving or you will be turning pipes. You have to use pipe wrench. When you install fittings, you cannot expect that at all times when you construct a gate. There are owners that they do not like welded angle, but instead they will use what we call a pipe wherein you can join using an elbow. So when you install, because it is threaded, you cannot use ViseGrip or you cannot use pliers, but instead you have to use pipe wrench. But you cannot just simply use this one if only one ViseGrip. At least two ViseGrips that you will be using, because the one that you will hold and the other one is for turning. Okay? That's how are we going to use pipe wrench. So pipe wrench usually used for round objects like this. Mostly, or actually pipe wrench. That's why it is called pipe wrench, because it is designed to hold or drive in turning pipes. But not only pipes, even any kind of round object or bars, you can use what we call pipe wrench. So this one is also useful in your work. So this is what we call pipe wrench. Okay. A very simple or common tool when you are working, you need sometimes to fasten your work. Instead of blind rivets, you will be using screws. So the screw would depend, it's either it is a flat screwdriver that is being needed to drive the screws, or you need to use star screwdriver because you are using star screws. So this is a star screwdriver used to drive screws. Flat screwdriver used to drive screws also, which is the head of that screw is flat. In order to drive this one, this is what we call flat screwdriver. Sometimes some of the books they call this as standard screwdriver. They call this one also as straight screwdriver. Okay? So you got it? Straight screwdriver, flat screwdriver, or standard screwdriver. Star screwdriver, cross screwdriver, or Phillips screwdriver. Okay? Now, if you want to make your work more faster. You can use this one. You can use this one. And this is what we call an electric circular bar cutter. Some they call this as speed cutter. Okay? So, try to look this one. This one is a speed cutter. Okay? So, a speed cutter is a kind of an equipment which can cut any kind of metal, regardless whether that is a flat metal, that is an angle or angle bar like this, a round bar, a C-bar, a channel bar, a pipe, any kind of metal can be used this one, and it is very fast for you to cut. Even in making 45 degrees of a pipe, because you are making a gate, you can perform this one in a minute only. No? Minute only in cutting, you can use this one. Okay? So, this one is what we call speed cutter or electric circular bar cutter. So, you have to install this one. Then, say for example, you have already placed a mark here. Okay? So, you adjust down this one, adjust, okay, tighten it properly. Okay, so this one down, okay. So I think a matter of 3 to 5 seconds, this angle bar is being cut. Naputol. No, this is being cut for a few seconds. Okay? So, if your work is faster using a cutting desk attached to a portable electric grinder, this one is very more faster compared to that kind of equipment. Okay? So if you have already if you have a lot of money already because your shop is already improving, you earn much, you can buy this one. Okay? This is very useful. Okay, during your work, you cannot avoid that you have to what you call bend or cut. Okay, this is a bench vise. A bench vise, if you want to cut your metal, you can use a bench vise. A bench vise is very useful since you can bend metal easily and accurate. Say for example, you do like that. No? Okay? Okay. So I was able to make an L using this bench vise. But if you don't have any bench vise, then you will be making like this, 200 pieces. Maybe you can bend like this, but they are not the same in appearance because you have to hammer it. But because of the bench vise, you can bend this one, you can cut, and it is safe for you in cutting because, say for example, the metal is too short. You cannot hold it anymore with your hand. But because of this beans vise, you can cut either electric grinder using a beans a cutter, or you can use a hacksaw. So a grinder we attach with a cutting desk, you can cut accurately, and it is safe for you because this one is properly tight or installed, wherein it will not move easily while you are working. Okay? So this is very useful. Example, I have to cut this one. Because I have to cut 300 pieces like this, I can use this bar cutter. So I have to align it. Okay. Like that. Then push this one. Okay. So it's already cut. Make a mark here. Okay. Then down. So I was able to cut this metal more faster. No power is being used. Aside from your power, no electricity is involved. You can cut this one very fast. You will not exert too much force. Instead of using this one, wherein you will be cutting with the use of this, instead of cutting this one for one day, maybe a matter of 1 hour, you are able to cut the 100 pieces like this. Using this one. This one. Not this one. But this one, as I've said, 1 day. Because of this, 1 hour. Okay. You got the difference? So, very useful also this one. But, this is quite expensive. So, maybe, if you cannot afford, you can use hacksaw. Okay? Did you learn? I hope that you have learned a lot as far as different kinds of tools and equipment that are commonly used in SMAW. So, if you like this video, please like and do not also forget to subscribe our channel Strike Art TV for more videos and updates. And thank you very much for watching.